Outlander's Sam Heughan still pushing a Scottish James Bond after No Time to Die. Our final outing with Daniel Craig as James Bond may have been delayed until November, but it doesn't change the fact that when No Time to Die is over, we will have seen the end of the actor's tenure as the super spy. Of course, the James Bond franchise is one of the longest-running and most prolific in film history, and so we know there will be a new James Bond down the road. The only question is who. Outlander's Sam Heughan has an idea. How about bring James Bond back to his film roots and casting somebody Scottish, like maybe him? Sam Heughan isn't bothering to play coy when it comes to his interest in the role. Recently, the actor was on ITV's This Morning and he continued to make his argument, which he's made before, that not only would he love to take on such an iconic role, but that he believes it's time for Bond to return to the days of Sean Connery, and be played by somebody Scottish. According to Heughan. Obviously it's a dream for every actor. I auditioned for it back when they were doing Bond 21, when Daniel Craig was casting Casino Royale, and I think a lot of actors were seen in the UK. Of course it would be a dream role. And a Scottish Bond, who doesn't want to see another Scottish Bond? And technically speaking, James Bond is Scottish. Ian Fleming's literary character actually isn't given a family background until late in the book series, and Sean Connery had already played the role in Dr. No when it happened, so it's likely that Connery being Scottish actually influenced the fact that James Bond was described in one book as being half Scottish and half Swiss. But either way, if James Bond is supposed to be Scottish, then maybe Sam Heughan is right and it's time for James Bond to be Scottish again. Sam Heughan makes the comment that a lot of actors were seen back when the role was being reconsidered before, and odds are that will happen again. There were a lot of names rumored back when it wasn't clear if Daniel Craig would be returning, and many of those names have been popping up again now that we know the role will need to be recast. Certainly, Sam Heughan is adding his name to the mix. Tom Hardy has also been mentioned, and Robert Pattinson was suggested by Danny Boyle, who very nearly directed the newest Bond movie. Of course, all the usual suspects could be out of luck if the decision is made to change James Bond's race or gender, which has been suggested by some. Of course, that doesn't mean that Sam Heughan's argument for a Scottish James Bond can't still happen. Maybe the next James Bond could be a Scottish woman?